大家好. I'm with my parrot here, Leng Chai. Okay, wish you good health. Wish you all the best for another great week or great month ahead. I'm going to address to 3 different types of people. While I'm talking to you, I'm actually massaging my parrot. He likes people to massage. I'm massaging him on the left hand side. Okay, first to the younger ones who are now still working, still in their early 20s, 30s, and maybe 40s. That when you started working and you want to look for a property to buy, please try not to buy too many condominiums or apartments, and especially if it's a leasehold, because the leasehold demand is not so great. And if you buy, let's say a few condos or apartments where you have intention to rent out next time, if you can't find a tenant, like right now, especially in KL, you are going to have difficulty, especially you have to pay maintenance, and on top of that, you have to pay for your installment if you can't find a tenant. So always remember to buy only one condo or apartment if you can't afford landed property lah. Like right now, even my elder son, he bought a condo. I told him, just buy one, don't buy so many. For own stay, okay. And I have reason because I bought condos before. Now I'm having 2 apartments and 1 condo. 1 apartment and 1 condo. And rental yield is not that good. And the appreciation is not there. I bought a landed property before, and I bought one for actually to hedge against inflation. And true enough, my elder son wanted to study university and medicine some more. Cost me about 800,000. So I bought one house in Bandar Putri, 330,000 at that time. About 7 years later, when I need the money, I just sold it. I got 680,000. So it went more than double. And one thing good about buying landed, the appreciation is faster. If you buy condo apartment, very slow. I bought one in Oakland Road. I bought in 1991, about 100,000. After 10 years, it's still 110,000. Hardly can go up. And I missed one opportunity. In Taman Desa, there's a corner double story terrace, 20 by 80, and then with a land of 10 feet. Offer me 220,000 at that time. Wow, that time was, they're not even hedge, they're not even take risks. They're not even increase my gearing. If I've gone in and bought it, now it's worth 2 million. Some of the things that I actually lost, but it's not really lost lah. It's just that missed opportunity. So I'm telling some of you younger ones, buy a good area and willing to put your money in it, especially landed ones. Don't buy too many apartment or condos. Yeah, and remember the 118 policy. 10%, which is the one you save. The other 1%, donate, do charity. The other 80% you spend. So you must have at least save at least 10% for your future, for your children. You can buy insurance, education insurance for them. You know, time flies very fast. I bought insurance for my second son's education, and within 17 years, 18 years, it just matured. Time really flies. You will never know. So you have to be diligent in savings and investing in the right property and right place. For those who are slightly above 40, I have friends and classmates who have actually retired at 40 something, 44, 45, and they already made it because basically parents got some assets for them lah. There's an advantage, and they also did well. Sometimes the opportunity comes, their company shares went up, and they managed to sell at a good price, and they have a cash coffer in their hands, so they can save or they can actually retire comfortably. They have a few houses and they rent out and they earn or they get their income from there, and also they got other investments. So not many of us are like them. So for those who are 40 and 40 above, try not to have too many borrowings. I made my mistake, so I learned from it. Try not to be too gung-ho, have high gearing, because you never know, because your children want to study, especially when you're married with kids. So you have to make sure that you don't simply spend. Don't be too ambitious and buy too many properties. You should have at least one for your own stay and just one for investment, 1 or 2. But if you want to have extra one, buy landed. If you can buy some good lands, land appreciate much better. But you must know also location. It's always about location and location. And if you plan to retire in your hometown, especially smaller town, and you're working in like KL, Johor, or Penang, then you stay in kampong area, go ahead and buy 1 or 2 more properties, because you know why? When the property due a time when you want to buy a property in your kampong, and then the place is definitely cheaper than what you buy in KL. So you can sell it off, and the extra money you can actually buy another big house. You can buy even bungalow. You can buy even some nice agricultural land with a bungalow on it. I've seen one of my client own 3 acres of durian orchard with nice bungalow there. You can actually have a resort there. You can have friends, you can have barbecue, you can do what you want. So when you're 40 plus, try not to be too high risk taking. Don't forget, your children will be university due already, because they are at that age where they are be teenagers, and you need to really prepare for their education. And don't get tied up with too many borrowings or gearing. And then for those who are like my age, retired, okay, you're planning to choose your retirement home. You don't like want to retire, then only you start thinking. You must plan ahead, 5 years before you retire. At least 5 years. For me, I started my retirement planning at the age of 50. I know what I want. Okay, I told you in my part 1 that I wanted to have a bungalow house where I got space for me to actually build my garden, and also space for me to sit down and relax, and don't want to have a too big house. And for those who want to retire in a smaller town, or even in KL or big city, try not to have a double story house, because I have a lot of clients now are looking for a single story, especially a semi-D, where they have some land there, and it's not going to be cheap later when you retire. Now it's still okay. You can still comfortably buy some single story, terrace or corner or semi-D house, even in Taiping, at a reasonable price. You can just sell one house from KL, and you can get one in your kampong or in Taiping, and then you will still got some buffer for you to spend some money for the rest of your life. So you must start planning. And not easy to get houses nowadays in small town, especially in Taiping, because the land is limited nearer to the city. If you want to have further away, still can, but then you'll be very quiet, very outskirt. So it depends on what you want. If you want somewhere far, no need to be with a lot of people, then okay, still cheap the land. But make sure that you have proper planning. Go for single story. Don't go for double story. I have a lot of clients now, old, they want to sell their double story. Actually got 1 or 2 big bungalow. And then husband and wife staying. You must remember, your children, when they grow big, they will be either migrating or working in outstation, and won't be here, because in smaller town or even in KL city, they won't stay with you parents. So don't have to buy such a big house. It's a waste. And when you want to sell a big house, and who can afford? It's only the retirees or those who have worked more than 20 years, then they have the money. But when they want to buy, they are also old. They don't want to buy so big ones. So I have clients who have big bungalow houses, very hard to sell, and they want to move to a smaller one. It's a wrong timing. So make sure that you plan properly. Get a single story will do when you are almost retired. Don't have to go for a big one. I've seen friends whose parents or they themselves fell down from a double story ladder staircase. Sometimes it's not just because you are careless. Sometimes you just forgot that you are actually on the staircase, and then you fell down and broke your leg. It's painful, that one. So this is part 2. Hopefully I can share with you more on part 3. Thank you. Stay safe, everyone. Like and subscribe my YouTube channel.